Jurassic Park is probably my favourite individual movie of all time, and I've legit loved it as long as I can remember. And with it being so successful, it had 2 sequels, and a soft reboot with Jurassic World, which also got a sequel. And honestly, I enjoy these. Obviously, they don't hold a candle to the original, but they're fun enough, even if a bit dumb sometimes. And that's pretty much how I feel about Jurassic World Dominion. Now, I know some people are kind of disappointed with this film, but I did go in with mediocre expectations and I got mediocre results. Now let's get into why I feel that way. So the film was sold on the premise of dinosaurs being let loose into human civilization. And you get that, but not as much as I'd liked, because seeing the dinosaurs in cities and stuff was really fun and newish, because, you know, we got it in Last World, but only a little bit. But I kind of wish we got more of that. And unfortunately, it just sort of divulges into dinosaurs just being in another park for the second part of the movie. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard are back as Owen and Claire. Also, that clone girl is back as well.
Yes.
But no one really grows as a character, and that's pretty much the case for every character, unfortunately. I would say Henry Wu somewhat changes, but he's in the film like 2 minutes, and he's such a minor role, you can't really call him much of a character. Now, something a lot of people were excited for, we also have the return of the original characters, Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, and Ian Malcolm. And they were fine, but they didn't really have an interesting side plot, and I would have preferred it if they'd spent more time with the new cast, as they really only come together at the end, because the interactions were great there, and I wanted more of that. That's what I wanted the film to be, not just sort of the climax. Now, the actual plot of the film is super random, especially based on the other 2 Jurassic World films, which focused on genetic modification, creating these hybrid dinosaurs that were somewhat uncontrollable. But minor spoilers here, it's about prehistoric locusts eating crops which will lead to world famine.
What did he say?
Yeah, I know, that's pretty random. It didn't really work for me, and it's annoying because it gave us a glimpse at this underground black market for dinosaurs, which I think could have been a way more interesting as the main plot. The dinosaurs are pretty good though, we get a lot of pretty fun sequences, even if a few are far-fetched. But as I mentioned earlier, it would have been better if more was set in an urban environment, as the raptors in Malta I think was like my favourite sequence in the film. I also like how they used practical effects for the dinosaurs this time around, whereas the previous Jurassic World films were just like fully CGI. This one felt a bit more like the originals in terms of production, which I quite liked. Overall, is this film a masterpiece? No, it's far from it. But it's not completely awful. It's got some fun moments, but it's also dumb at points. I do think it's the weakest movie out the Jurassic franchise, but I still enjoyed it as just an average film. And if you like numbers, I would probably give it a 5 out of 10. Bang in the middle. It's no must-see, but it's dumb fun popcorn entertainment. Alright, that's pretty much it. See ya.